Guys, after part 1, I learned my lesson. I've never post-commed a 40-minute video, much less a 10-minute one, so we're cutting the length almost in half. As you can see, I made it to the Royal Waterways, went to the cliffs. I did a lot of exploring after you saw me stop at part 1. So there really wasn't much to show for a long time. I'm just showing you the fact that I beat this boss, or this mini-boss. I don't know why, but it took me 2 or 3 tries to beat this. Just because I had a hard time finding spacing in its little spewing acid attack, at least the big sort of AoE one. And then I had a hard time really determining how much reach it had with just its little like claw attack thing. So it really gave me some trouble that I didn't think it would. As I kind of touched upon, one of the big reasons this video is going to be half as long is because the amount of non-essential exploring, basically, or what I deem to be non-essential, for viewing purposes anyway, was just so much more than in part 1. I think I mentioned in part 1 how I felt like I needed to show more because it was the beginning of the game. Everything was sort of new. And yeah, the Royal Waterways and the cliffs were new for me, but I didn't feel like I needed to necessarily show you guys anything because I'm pretty sure I got stopped in Royal Waterways because I don't have an ability that you need, whatever that ground pound slam thing that you get is. And then in the cliffs, I mean, there's not much there, as far as I could tell anyway. Maybe I missed something, but there wasn't much that I saw. I just explored it, and that was about it. I came back to the Mantis Lords eventually. You saw in the first part, I didn't beat them. I kind of determined that my current setup wasn't necessarily good enough, so I went to the Nailsmith, got my nails strengthened at that point, and sort of really got the charms I wanted to use down. And it took me another try or two after I came back. I think this was my second try, so between first video and this one, 4 total. I'm not showing you the one where I died, but just so you know, it's not like I came back and beat it first try. It still gave me a little bit of trouble, but you can see first part, if you watch the first video, I was having so much trouble determining when these discs were going to come and at what angle. This time I knew exactly, depending on how high they were on the wall, I knew exactly what I needed to do. Really, the only thing that was continuing to give me trouble was how to go to attack one of them, and then my positioning would just put me in a bad situation where the other could just drop down and not even do an attack. They just hit me straight on the come down. Not these like straight down ones, but like the angled ones that they do. But eventually, you'd see, do beat them, get access to the Deep Nest. Considering, I mean, I got an achievement for beating them, so I guess I never beat them my first time around, so I don't exactly know how I got to the Deep Nest the first time around. I'm really only showing this to show you that I got that little bit of extra soul, I don't know what they call it, but that just little extra notch that holds a little bit more. Got the tram pass. Big thing. I got so lost in the Deep Nest with all the little tunnels, I guess, that are there with all the centipede, millipede type enemies there that I don't think you can beat. Maybe you can, but not any way that I know of. I'm pretty sure you're just supposed to maneuver your way around them at that point. At this point, I think I'm really only going to show like new enemies if they're like somewhat larger ones. I know that one was fairly easy. It didn't really do much. Um, I did go ahead and buy that the lantern. That'll help you get to a lot of different areas, open up the map a whole lot more to me, so I'll be able to explore quite a bit and hopefully progress. This seemed like the biggest story beat right here that I had hit in my entire playthrough to this point. So I really wanted to sort of showcase this, found the Dreamers, or at least they've been added to my map so I know exactly where I need to go. Hoping next time around, I didn't beat any of them in this video, I'm hoping next time around I can get to them. I know I still need the ability that helps you get through sort of like the black matter sort of walls that you can't dash through exactly. I think I need to go under the City of Tears to get that. But the thing is, I don't know if I need the like ground slam ability to get there. This was definitely like the most story I think I've seen in terms of like main game story rather than just, you know, NPC character talking to me, telling me about sort of what they sort of see and how they perceive, you know, your character in the game. And so I felt it sort of necessary to show this because, you know, I finally get the Dream Nail here. I'm able to sort of maybe go back and do get some of those and start collecting what I think it's the Seer. Collect what they give you. I bought at some point I bought the thing from the map lady that shows you where those trees are, so I can go ahead and get those and collect all the, I think it's essence, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure it'll show here at some point, but start collecting that, get whatever that NPC has to offer me at that point. This is the dream stuff is a part of the story that I still don't really understand how it kind of goes into all of this. I guess the three like big bosses are dreams, and then there's like the dream world, but I don't truly understand all of it and how it comes together. I may want to do some like research on my own and look up whether it's canon or just theories online that I can find. I think it would be good for me to sort of understand how that all is going to work. I keep seeing, I feel like, new footage of Silksong and how the thing I think I'm most excited about is the movement. The movement seems like it's going to be so much more fluid. You see the attack when you fight her, she throws her nail like on a string, and it looks like you're going to be able to use that to attach yourself to different platforms, and it's just a new way of traversing. It's going to be I think a big thing that makes that game so unique. It's, you know, the traversal here, it's like it's good, it's smooth, but it's nothing you haven't really seen in other games. You know, you get to jump, dash, you get the big dash, which you'll see eventually that I do get. But I really think, at least from the footage I've seen, the movement of Hornet is so much more fluid than it is just with the knight here. And considering how much I love platformers, I'm so excited to get into that. I find Zero here, the warrior dream. You saw it cut. I didn't beat him the first time. I am going to beat him this second try. I feel like that's going to be sort of the case for a lot of bosses. My first try is just going to be kind of getting my bearings. It's really not bad at all in this first stage where he only has 2. You have plenty of time to sort of move around and get out of the way of these projectiles that he's shooting at you. But once it gets to 4, I find that you get even less time to move around. And if you get hit and if you get low on health, you have literally almost no time to heal at that point, unless maybe you go under if you can. but those nails even go under, so you have to be so far away from him for those to not reach you at that point that healing is just so hard to do. So just avoiding getting hit in general seems like a huge part of this fight. But yeah, the second phase is what killed me the first time around. I will beat him this time. I did, for the second try, drop Dash Master and Steady Body. I wanted to get the Focus Charm in along with Long Nail, just so that if I did need to heal, like, it would be quicker. Like, if I did find a moment where I could do that, it would just give me a better opportunity to do so. Once I finished this fight, I went ahead and switched back and put those two back into my charm notches, but I got 100 essence after beating Zero. Came back, saw the Seer. They didn't really... I think they just give you something you can sell to that trinket guy, the rare items guy. Another one of these mini bosses that you see along the world. Honestly, I think the crystal section, along with Deep Nest, might be my two least favorite sections so far that I've really gone through. In my first playthrough, I hated the crystal section. I found it to be the hardest one to get through. It's helped a lot now in my second playthrough that I really know the slashing down to sort of pogo yourself off of stuff. Like, there's like the little sort of crystal mosquito ones, I don't know what else to describe them as, that throw like really quick projectiles on you, and then they sort of grow into this like crystal mass, and sort of being able to dodge and bounce myself off of those really helped a lot to get through this area a lot quicker than I did historically. See here, it's like the big dash crystal heart. Being able to sort of traverse even more, especially through this section. I know there's a couple sections, I think, in the green path that need this ability to fully get through. Wanted to show a couple new characters or NPCs that I found. The Gravedigger, I think I'll show Gigi here in a second. I bought the simple key just to sort of unlock that. I know they don't really give you much. It's not necessarily something you need for main game, but I knew it was locked and I just kind of wanted to get it over with so that I didn't really have to think about it later. Maybe not the best use of the money that I did have, but I just wanted to get it out of the way. I can always grind a little bit if I want to get more money. You know, it's at this point I might just go ahead and try and get that geo gathering charm and to help me grow that a bit. But I think coming up I need to get one or two more charm notches from the Charm Lover, so that I can really sort of build out my build. And these, I'm a little give or take on the Nail Masters. I think they're cool characters, but I don't think the abilities they give you are very useful, or at least I don't use them. Maybe I should, but considering you have to charge them up, I don't feel like they're the greatest thing in the world. They don't do much for me personally. I'd rather just do my quick attacks, dash out, quick attack, dash out. The timing on these kind of hold and release abilities are just a little too slow, I find, for a lot of the, especially bosses that you fight, and especially the ones that fly around. You can't really do much with them. I did find the overgrown mound. I don't really think there's much here. I just think I put this in to show that I found it. There might have been an ability. Okay, yeah, it's another ability that I think I'll rarely use at this point. Did try it out. It seems like it could be useful for some of like the small flying enemies, but they use up your soul, so there's, you know, with a lot of this game, it's, you can use your soul at that point, but if you're low on health, it's a risk. So you really have to sort of monitor that at that point. Sort of close this out, kind of give you a look at how much of the map I've sort of gotten this far. I know there's areas that I still have not unlocked. I bought some charms just to sort of point to myself areas that I can't reach or don't know how to reach just yet. So I just sort of give myself a point of reference just so that they're clear to me that I need to go back, find out what it is that I, once I find maybe like a double jump or something, I can go back and really get those, because I think where that sort of middle boss is in between the fungal waste and the green path, I need that ability that helps you get through that sort of black matter wall thing. And I think that's where Cornifer is too, so I can get the map for that area, which I haven't been able to find. That last charm I just put there, that's a point where I need the ground pound thing that I don't have yet. It's just, there's quite a few important things I still need to find to be able to make some good progress on this game, but I do feel comfortable that I'll be able to beat this before Silksong comes out. I don't know if I'll be able to get all the videos for this playthrough out before Silksong comes out, but I definitely think I'll be able to at least beat the main story. I don't know if I'll be able to touch on everything. I'm hoping to be able to see more of what this game has to offer than I did the first time around. My first playthrough is only 26 hours, and I feel like that's almost barely touching the surface of what this game has to offer, so I know there's a few more areas to unlock, more abilities, more charms, all 3 bosses, so there's plenty of content that I still need to get through in this game. For next time, I'm going to finish out, or at least try to explore more of like the city area and the surroundings there. Until then, I hope you'll have a good one. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content so far, and let me know if you have any constructive criticism. I know I'm brand new to this, so anything like truly helpful would be very much appreciated. So yeah, have a good one. Bye.